This is my very first laptop, my 1997 Thinkpad 385 CD. The reason I got it was because it was basically obsolete by the time it was built. It's so low specification that ThinkWiki doesn't even have a listing for the 385 CD. This thing didn't even come with its own manual nor its own CD. It just came with the ThinkPad CD or the ThinkPad D components. This was a disappointment. Growing up with this laptop was difficult, and it was difficult to get anything to run on it, and then also difficult because it didn't actually run on the battery, because it was a nickel metal hydride battery, very difficult to use. I always dreamed about having the Pentium 2 version, the 380Z, and I finally got one. It has a 300 megahertz Pentium 2. It runs Half-Life. It does a bunch of stuff. And what's interesting is it actually has similarly shaped, but it's a lithium-ion battery, and that takes 18650 cells, which I have a plethora of from my electric bicycle projects, and I can replace these nickel metal hydride cells with lithium-ion cells perfectly fine. I'll just have to get a little circuit just to make sure they don't get overcharged, but this one will have the circuit already in there, so swapping these out for lithium-ion should be super simple. Oh, it's different. But here's the moment of truth. Can I pull out the cable and does it keep power? Nope, it does not. Okay, so I'm tinkering around with replacing the cells in this old ThinkPad. It's not going too well, I don't think, but I'll let it charge. And man, today was a really tiring day, but I didn't actually get any rest, so not much going on. Let's see about finally fixing this. The tighter I make it, there's nothing on there, so it doesn't really grip anything. So instead I'm going to put this nut in there, and that'll make it to where this thing can actually be tightened down. Oh my god. That's gonna hurt. Okay, holy shit, ow. Okay, phew. Damn, that's already hurting. Holy shit, that's already hurting. Yep, not bleeding. It's gonna get a big welt. Ah, goddamn. So now this won't slowly go down once I tighten it. There we go, finally. Because every single bike ride I had to lift that thing back up. And now it's properly gripped. Oh, my finger. Ugh. Let's see, it's been a little while, still says 0. And damn. What a tight fit this thing is. So I'm going to have to find a way to reprogram that chip or just replace it, which replacing it would be good, but then I wouldn't be able to see how much power it has in it, and the computer probably wouldn't like that. It'd be nice to know the reading from it. So I'm going to have to look that up. That's unfortunate. Now it all makes sense. A lot of sense at that. I rebuilt it again, I opened it up again and I found a bad pin, so let's see if that does that. Otherwise I'm going to have to finish that video with it being a bit of a failure. Today is not a day to work on this kind of stuff, so I'll probably do the X-ray machine tomorrow. Today I think it's a day to work on the workshop. I'd be very surprised if that actually does charge. So I got Half-Life running. I got quite a few things running, and then I tried messing with video drivers and I crashed Windows 2000 where I just blue screened, so no way to fix it. So I just went ahead and reinstalled it. And then I realized I had burned a new Windows 2000 disk because I'm still running the beta version of Windows 2000. So I'm going to upgrade. Today was a long day and I didn't feel like I got much sleep. But I had my doctor visit and grocery shopping and all that stuff. I didn't really get back until 3 p.m. So I didn't really have that much time to tinker on stuff. And unfortunately, the battery in the 380Z seems dead, even though I put new cells in it. Oh well. So I'm just gonna enjoy it how it is and just give it a day or so just to see if maybe it charges. And then I won't end that video just yet, because sometimes you have to be patient for ending videos. I noticed this has audio now. I didn't have audio before. That's pretty amazing. That's why I messed around with the drivers, is because it didn't have audio. The audio is really cool. It actually has good speakers. My old ThinkPad, it wouldn't run Half-Life unless I had the Wi-Fi card in, and then it would run Half-Life just enough to have 3 frames show.
Good morning, and welcome to the Black Mesa Transit System. This automated train
Ooh, frame rate's pretty darn good.
Of the Black Mesa Research Facility personnel.
I bet if I put it to 256 colors, it'd be even better.
47 a.m. Current topside temperature is 93 degrees, with an estimated high of 105.
I could maybe, yeah, I could probably do that.
Mesa Transit System. This automated train is divided into security as a convenience of the Black Mesa Research Facility personnel. The time is 8:47 a.m.
I was pushing it. I was trying to go highest video. I love this. The menus on the Sierra version are so much better than the Steam version of Half-Life. Such a good game. Oh my god, it's like 50 FPS. This is unnatural. It is so tiny. I love this. Am I actually going to be playing Half-Life? It is like 30 FPS. This is pretty funny.
Opportunity for us. This is the purest sample we've seen yet.
I can't let myself play too much of this. Can't remember what else I did, but I found an actual Windows 2000 install disk instead of the beta version I'm using, and looks like I can upgrade to Windows 2000 full version. That's kind of tempting. Well, hopefully this fixes some bugginess that this computer has. Just little oddities, because it was a pre-release. Huh. And Windows XP, that installation I put in there doesn't work either. I guess that's what I'm going to be doing with my tinkering time tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video, and thank you very much for watching. See ya.